Hello and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, got a good one here for you. So Neuron, if you guys remember, I've covered them not so long ago on my channel actually, and they've actually been mentioned in the ITV news. So this is big, getting the recognition that you would want, right? It's a project that they're doing, and we already know what Neuron is, so I'll give you just a quick breakdown. They're basically going to be doing like sky traffic control. So it's a thing where with their service, basically you will be able to see what's going on in the sky via their apps on a computer. And it's a thing for basically just traffic control. So if you think about it, when planes take off and, you know, you're going on holiday, that kind of thing, you have traffic control, right? They make sure that the sky's clear to make sure that no planes are going to go into each other, that kind of stuff. So we're talking about that on like a smaller scale, right? So they're doing this more at the moment with like drones, yeah? Bit smaller, but still same thing overall. And this is the thing, guys. The future is this, and I think you've probably heard this kind of thing in terms of like Amazon looking to do like drone deliveries, that kind of stuff, where a package will just be literally delivered to you via a drone. I mean, I really do see that, if I'll be honest with you. I can see that being the future. And this is kind of started to show you this, because the whole thing about this news report is what they're doing with this project. And so what they're basically talking about is with these drones, they're talking how they're using them to do postal deliveries, and even stuff like the NHS in terms of trying to deliver like medical supplies and things like that in like emergency situations. So this is where you're starting to see the benefits of what they can do with this technology, right? So what they're talking about here is a thing that they're doing, a project in Cornwall, UK, and they're just basically testing out the drone technology. So they've been using like the drones to basically take like medical supplies from like a port over to like a ship. So it's actually got the drones going overseas to deliver equipment, right? To deliver and pick up equipment. It's that kind of thing. And yeah, I think in certain circumstances, obviously this could be vital, because if something was to happen on, let's just say, a ship, and they needed some kind of supply in an emergency and they didn't have access to this, well, you know, this company, this project would allow them to be able to get this delivered via a drone. And so this is the kind of thing that this technology can build. And Neuron would basically be, they're basically like the air traffic control to allow this to happen. They would make sure that the skies are clear. They'd make sure there's nothing that's going to get in the drone's way to actually make the delivery. They will be able to see a full-blown picture in the sky. They will be able to see a full map of the sky to make sure that the drone can safely maneuver and get to its destination. So real big thing here, and the fact that it's on the news, you know, ITV news, that is huge. Like ITV news is massive. For you guys in America, you won't really know how big ITV is, but it's one of the main central stations. So this really is a big deal to be covered on this news channel. So one of the things that they was also saying in regards to this with the drones, they're saying it's 6 times faster, 70% cheaper, and an 80% reduction in carbon emissions as compared to traditional maritime deliveries. So already you can hear the benefits of utilizing this service over your traditional delivery services, right? And I think this is the thing. We already know that we're trying to get into a more carbon friendly world. And unfortunately, this is where I've said before, you know, with this technology, jobs will go. Like, as more technology comes through with like AI and, you know, robots, that kind of thing, all this kind of stuff where they can use machines and machine learning, it's going to replace a lot of jobs. So, you know, I do think in the future, you won't really have a delivery man. You will just have drones just dropping things off. Like, that will be the standard. You know, you can already see, for example, with cars, they want to try and make cars that can drive themselves. So, you know, in the future, would you really need a taxi driver, right? Or would you just have a car that you go into, you pay with your card, you select your destination, and the car will just drive you there itself? Machine learning, right? So this is the kind of future that we're heading to, guys, for better or for worse. Do I think there's positives and negatives? Yeah, I agree. There's definitely going to be some negatives as well. This isn't all great, but overall, this is a huge thing because this is being built on Hedera. And the thing is, guys, like, even when it comes to the negatives, I think there's pros and cons to everything, right? Like, you can always pick positives and negatives out of many of things in life. And the thing for me, when it's all said and done with this kind of stuff, this is the future, guys, whether you like it or not. It's the same thing I say about CBDCs. Like crypto technology, as much as I love it, it's enabling CBDCs. I hate the idea of CBDCs personally, but I love crypto technology. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, while I think it's great, the things that crypto technology has been able to enable, I hate the fact that it's going to bring CBDCs as well. But I have to take the positives with the negatives. And again, I know I'm in no position to stop. CBDCs. So I just have to accept this as part of the transition, right? This is part of the evolution. So to me, I'm just looking at the positives here, really. I think overall, this is great for Neuron. The fact that they're getting their project, recognized is a huge deal. Great stuff there coming from Neuron as well. Like if you actually do see the drone, you can actually see how big it is and what it's doing. Like you can just see a quick example of it on the video. I'm not going to play it for copyright purposes, but feel free to check it out. Hedera have retweeted the video on their X profile, so you can watch it. It's only like a 3-minute report, so it's not that long, but you get the idea of what they're doing here. And you do get a very, very brief example of what Neuron do, because you can see the monitor of a screen of someone just monitoring the air traffic, so you can kind of see exactly what Neuron do. But yeah, to me, this is real great stuff. This is progress, and this is obviously recognition. Now, Hedera is not mentioned in here, but that's not the point. The point is that the project is being recognized. And this is the kind of thing of what we'll talk about when we say that we want crypto to be mass adopted, and part of it being mass adopted is when it's being utilized and people don't even realize. That's the kind of thing that we're talking about here. It's the actual service being used, but people don't even know. So these people who reported on this, they have no idea what Hedera probably even is. They've got no idea what HBAR is. All they're talking about is the actual project itself. But what they don't understand is there's things that's going on behind that project, behind the scenes, that's actually helping it be utilized, and that's Hedera. It's being powered through Hedera. Do you see what I mean? And this is what we talk about when we say mass adoption. It's that kind of thing when people are talking about this kind of stuff but not even knowing the actual layers of it and what's going on behind the scenes with it. That's what will help with mass adoption. So you're actually seeing a quick example there of what we're talking about in terms of mass adoption. So yeah, the fact that it's got this kind of coverage is really big, really great stuff to see. I've already told you before, I do think Neuron, they've got a promising future ahead of them. And the fact that they're getting recognized like this already, the NHS have been talking with them. Royal Mail have also been talking with them. So you've already got 2 massive companies who are actually talking about working with this technology, right? So they're really happy because, NHS was talking about how they can try and get medical supplies to people and that kind of thing, emergency PPE equipment, medical supplies, etc. Obviously with Royal Mail, there'll be just like postal deliveries, that kind of thing. But yeah, look at that as an industry, the way they could transform it with this technology, right? And if that is the way we are going, Neuron World showing that they've actually been acknowledged through this project could obviously be a huge factor in this. It could be a huge benefactor from this, which obviously means that Hedera will be a huge benefactor because that's what it's all being powered through. So very good stuff to see here. Good to see that Neuron World is still continuing to strive and make good progress as well. So that's a great update there. And overall, definitely one to watch. But what do you guys think? Neuron World recognized on ITV News. Do you like the sound of this? Is this the kind of project that you would actually like to use in the future in terms of having drone delivery? Do you think that this would be good for HBAR's price? Or do you not agree with this? Is there anything in this video that you've heard that you don't like the sound of? Or do you just not think that this would be good for HBAR's price overall long term? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'd be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.